Okay, I don't know how much you want to know about duendes, but let me give you first the introduction kind of thing. So these guys are like little creatures, and they are kind of like probably like a foot and a half tall, the max. Like they're tiny, but they're like it will go a little bit over your knee, how tiny they are. These guys are like pretty funny. They like to make fun of you, kind of thing. They leave or they hang around, kind of like when there is water. Typically, like in rural areas, with these workers are going to work, going to do whatever, uh, and then they. I'm gonna say attack, but it's not really attack. Like they play with you when you are by yourself. So typically, only only when adults are by themselves is when they actually show up. Also, they play with kids a lot, and then nobody believes the kids when they tell stories about it, and you believe that they're just imaginary friends or whatever. But anyway, they they hide things from you sometimes, and then you keep looking for the same thing over and over again, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I saw this. I look at this bag like 25 times, and I couldn't find whatever your charger of your phone or things like that, right? So, anyway, so stories are sometimes that, for example, you are walking, by yourself, you're crossing a river or something, and then all of a sudden they come, and then they're very fast. So you see them as like, what was that? It goes like from one side to another, and then they make noises and kind of they imitate your voice sometimes. And then what they actually do is they start bouncing you around, like they push you and the other one push you back, and then they're like like a volleyball with you kind of thing, but not really like a ball, right? But it's like kind of like until you lose your balance, and then they actually touch your butt, like they give you like like they spank you kind of thing once, and once they spank you, then you actually fall down and you cannot walk, and that's it until somebody comes and see you, or you actually crawl somewhere else. And actually, there are people that like they have these maids, or that um, these people that they specifically do massages for that type of sickness, I'm gonna call it. So when they play with you, it's like people get they're down on the floor, they cannot really wake up, they have high fevers and shit like that. So they have to call these people, and they do some type of rubbing or whatever, or massaging, or I don't know, whatever the ritual is. And that's it. Like a couple of days later, then you're fine. But they are always marked like, oh my God, you were played by the duendes, and things like that. So there are a whole lot of different stories that I can go on. But this is probably one of them. And just let me know if this helps. Thanks. Bye.
bet you guys will enjoy this one, as once again I am teaming up with my good friend, Timothy Duran. We once again came together to uncover some creepy information about some of our favorite cryptids. Today, we found one that is not known to many outside of the hardcore community. And I bet you're going to enjoy this one. So, without further ado, let's get right into this documentary. In this documentary, we will be exploring one of the less talked about cryptids native to Latin America. Unlike many of the carnivorous cryptids we have talked about in the past, this one is a rather bizarre but almost familiar form of cryptid. And, unlike other cryptids, it is believed that there are multiple species of this cryptid roaming around the world that share similar characteristics, but interact very differently with humans, depending on the species. Regardless of what legends you may have heard, speculation as the intent of this creature is as old as the legend itself.
Duende. And then what they actually do is they start bouncing you around, like they push you and the other one push you back, and then they're like a volleyball with you kind of thing, but it's not really like a ball, right? But it's like kind of like, and then they actually touch your butt, like they give you like they spank you kind of thing once, and once they spank you, then you actually fall down and you cannot walk.
Okay, I don't know how much you know about Duende, but let me give you first the introduction on something. So, these guys are like many creatures. They are kind of like, probably like a foot and a half tall. Like they're tiny, but they're like, so a little bit over. These guys are funny, they're like.
Hello, my name is Cell Shade. Open up your ears.